So today what we're talking about is we're going to be talking about just competition and also the mental side of everything, and really just what it takes to stay committed, and also the mental side of continuing the progress even past once you've competed, or just man, the whole lifestyle journey that we preach and that we push, not only to ourselves but also to our clients and also to you as well.
Yeah, so we just came back from Charleston. I competed in the Junior USA Bodybuilding Championship, which was awesome. We definitely had a good time on the beach and all that good stuff. But one thing that we kept talking about and just kept coming up was, is competing something that's mentally healthy for most people? And so we wanted to come on here and just kind of address some of the things that competitors don't talk about, and really help people understand, like, if this is something you want to do or want to continue doing, you need to really assess whether or not you can handle the mental health that comes with competing.
And just a precursor, if that's where we want to use the things that we're saying is not to say, man, you should never compete, but these are the type of things that you need to be thinking about mentally before you decide to take your body through something like this, because your mind is a part of this whole journey within itself. I've competed before, of course. Chris has definitely competed, and she's done well with it. And I've seen just the mental mindset that it places on people. One thing for sure is you have to be locked in, and there's no halfway in and halfway out. It has to be a decision that you made that what, I'm gonna push myself to the limits. I'm gonna eat the things that I normally don't eat every day. I'm going to do a routine that's going to get me somewhere, and placing a consistent routine into your everyday routine. Just watching Chris, just example of her time, and waking up early in the morning to go do a cardio, cooking down there every day. Those are the little small things, man, that a lot of people is like, man, I really don't have time for it. But they say, man, I want to look like that though. So you don't see the small things. I mean, granted, Chris shows y'all a lot of what she does, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all follow people that show you, the ins and outs of competing. But also, we were just talking about the mental mindset of it, and what my personal opinion and what me and Chris were talking about is you place yourself to do something, and what competing, in my opinion, is it creates a consistent flow of something. It creates structure. So a lot of people don't have structure in life, and what it has is it shows structure not only within also working your job, but also fitting in your fitness and in your health and wellness at the same time.
Well, let's back up to where this came about. Okay. We were talking about like post competition, and like when people come off of a competition, it's like, okay, now what? Like, what do you have? And sometimes people are placed under such strict circumstances when it comes to competing, like the diet and the sleep and the food and all that, that once they're not doing it anymore, it's either a what do I do now, or their prep was so extreme from what they are used to that they get out of it and they like either binge eat, or they go down this mental cycle of, oh my God, I'm gaining body fat, like I don't know what to do. It's like a body dysmorphic disorder almost, where you're looking at yourself, you're like, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't look like I did on stage.
Right, like I'm not 3% body fat. Oh my God, I'm fat. Like that's mentally unhealthy. So like we started talking about it, and we're like, we need to go live and just talk about some of the things that people think when they go through a process. And there's so many people out here suffering after a prep because their coaches embrace this like old school bodybuilder, and there's no offense to anybody who adapts this approach, but a lot of people can't maintain that, fish and asparagus every single day, and cutting carbs, no carbs at all. It's just like it almost makes people suffer. And then when they get off of a prep, and it's like, oh, have a cheat meal.
Right.
And then they have like pizza and cookies, and it's like a downward spiral of like binge eating.
And at the same time, you're wrong, but it's just something that you can't click off in your mind, because at the end of the day, you can control anything that you do, because it's all a mental mindset. And like you say, you start eating one thing, and the next thing you know, it's like, man, well, I deserve this, or man,
I'm not on prep. I'm just gonna eat. I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna break off. I got a little bit of leeway room. I'm gonna eat, and then next thing you know, you start forgetting, and next thing you know, you done put on 5 or 10. Then you're like, dang.
Then you done put on 20 pounds. Then you put on 30 pounds, and the next thing you know, you're in a constant chase with yourself to like get back down to what you used to look like. When in reality, you never embrace the mental like conditioning to understand that this is a lifestyle, and you can't just have it for, oh, I'm gonna get down like this for a competition and then expect to continue to look like that without changing your lifestyle habits.
Man, and I brought up it stemmed from an interview that a good friend told me to watch. It was on J. Cole, and J. Cole was talking about how he jumps on and off of Twitter and social media in general. And he talked about, like, with Facebook, for example, he was like, man, I was off of it for a year, and then I came back, and I found myself doing the same thing again even after that year. And he was like, I didn't cure it. All I did was I found something else to occupy my time in place of that. So essentially, I didn't cure what I was trying to do in the first place. I found something to replace it. And I was talking to Chris about this. A lot of times when people do things like this, and they did this, and I've seen bodybuilding and the fitness world, it creates an outlet and an avenue for people that want to stop doing something. So they want to find something positive and healthy to do for them. And they go cold turkey and say, man, you know what? I'm going to stop doing X, Y, and Z today. I'm going to start working out tomorrow. And it's going to replace all those bad habits. I'm going to replace them with good. And which is a good thing, because you want to push yourself to that point and you want to make a better change for yourself. But there's a strategic way of doing that. And a lot of times you see things like a lot of people, like you're kicking one addiction and pouring that same energy and drive of that addiction into something else. So then you become dependent upon the thing that you poured into now. So what happens if you can't work out for a month? Does that mean that you're going to pour into another addiction or another thing to focus that time break where I can't go back to what I was doing? Or do you try to figure out, like, how can I maintain this healthy lifestyle and at the same time not go in reverse?
Yeah.
And when I kind of put that, and I was like, man, that makes sense, man. Like, I see a lot of people, because it's done a lot of good things for people. I've met a lot of good friends. I've met a lot of people in the sport, and Chris has too, and it's done amazing things for them. But then, a lot of times you see a lot of people out there and they look good on the outside, and they're still sad, or there's something missing.
Yeah.
And it looks good, because physically you see that person, like, man, they must be happy, man. They're in shape, they're doing well. They posting pictures. They're pouring into themselves, but what you don't really know is what they're still struggling with at the time, what they're really trying to gain out of actually, pouring into this instead of just a nice body or an end result of a trophy or, pro. And I'm not knocking any of it, but what I'm saying is you have to find that healthy balance at the end of the day.
Yeah, because if you don't have that balance, it's going to explode at some point. Like, you're going to either be on one extreme or the other, where you can't stop because your satisfaction only comes from shredded abs,
right?
Or you're stopping, and it's like, I don't, I'm not used to eating or being able to eat flexibly, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want, eat whatever I want, and then you're so far on the other extreme that now you're feeling like bad for yourself and you're miserable.
And then you start shaming yourself because you're like, man, one thing in life, you're supposed to live life and enjoy life. Now, we're not saying don't go eat bad things. We're not saying, go have a meal that's against your meal plan or your healthy way of living. But you also have to have a balance with this thing. And, if you're like, man, I got to stay eating clean, find innovative ways. And I think that's one thing that Chris does. She helps her clients find innovative ways to eat their meals and still not get bored of them. With me, I just give them the main points. Hey, you need to eat X, Y, Z at these time frames. And because that's how I was taught. And I've learned over time with my clients and even with people that I've helped with this whole journey is that you have to bring in, so if you want this to be an everyday lifestyle for some people can do plain fish, rice, vegetables every day of their life and not bring nothing. But we're thinking about the common 9 to 5 or the common individual that wants to make a change for themselves. And how can we help them make that without, like we said, what this whole conversation is about going back. We're all in the motion of going forward in life. And that's why we're on these videos today. And hopefully videos like this can help y'all be able to, find that point, man, where you're able to find a balance and be able to attack this thing the right way and not feel shame when you do take those steps. When you do go eat that cookie or that ice cream or that burger, that you're not sitting there like, damn, man, I need to go home and go grind this off right now.
Yeah.
Damn, you get sad as soon as you eat it. Like, I shouldn't have ate that.
You shouldn't be thinking of food so much. Like, food is meant to fuel you. And if you are like constantly, thinking so hard about food and what it's gonna do, and that's mentally like, it's just a place you shouldn't be with food. Like, your relationship should be healthy.
Right.
Where if you're hungry, you eat. And if what you eat, if you know that it might not be as healthy for you, okay, you try to make a conscious decision about it.
Right.
But you're not like fixated on, oh my God, yesterday I ate a cookie, so I'm gonna have to go to the gym and burn that off. But like, that's mental. That's too much thought.
And I ain't gonna cut y'all boo. And you have to find. I think Chris gets on me often about this. Is like, if I got it in front of me, if I have these meals, I know I can go eat. I normally eat on time. I normally eat on time because it's helped build structure around my day. Where I know if I'm at the gym and I'm in between clients, I got my food. If I'm running late, I know I got my food here. That's Top One. We just seen WAP Top One, by the way, too. I'm gonna live everybody too online, so that way if you see us pointing downward, that's who we're talking to. We're talking to my live feed. But what was that?
You were talking about having balance.
Oh yeah, so and she gets on me because she's like, Josh, you gotta be prepared. And if we think about that in life, if you're not prepared, then what are you doing? You're playing catch up to be prepared, and that means you're already 2 steps behind. So if you think of it on Sundays, it's kind of like when we structure our days a little bit more and our weeks ahead, because we know that we're eating certain meals and we're cooking. So that means during the week we don't have no excuses because we've already had our day structured out to be able to hit everything, not only from our workouts, from our training, from our business, and also just a personal life. You have to find a balance within all of that to be able to continue it, because if not, one of them is going to take over the other, and you're not going to be able to pour into the other parts of my life. I'm bigger than just, me and Chris are more than just people that go work out at the gym. We're more than just competitors. We're more than just, fitness and life influencers. We're normal, everyday people just like everybody else. It's just that we have a passion for fitness.
And for example, like yesterday, so I had the competition on Saturday, and then Sunday it was like, okay, competition is over, so let's go eat. So we enjoyed ourselves yesterday. Had a big breakfast. We had sweet potato pancakes. We had cookies.
Toast.
I had all the toast. I had like 3 orders of toast.
The wedges.
The pretzel bites. I had some
avocado.
A lot. We had a lot of food yesterday.
Right.
And so normally, when I would get off the competition, it would be almost bingey. I would just eat, and then the next day I'd be so bloated that I would be like, oh my God, what did I do? And so then when I get to a point of like, oh, what do I do? I gotta get rid of this. I haven't allowed my body time to, 1, process all the things that I haven't been giving it for however long, and then 2, be okay with the fact that I'm bloated, because that's gonna happen. I haven't had sugar and salt, that much sodium in so long.
Right.
So when it comes to being mentally healthy about that, are you strong enough mentally to be able to embrace that and not go sulk into a corner because your stomach is big and you're like, oh my God, let me just eat my sorrows away because I feel big and bloated.
Yeah, I gotta go run 2 hours.
I'm gonna run 3 hours at the gym because I gotta get off what I did yesterday.
Because honestly, how can you balance that into your day and still live your normal life? You're like, damn, I gotta make up for what I fucked up on and still fit in my daily routine and still have a normal life at the same time. That becomes a strain, because now you're playing a constant, teeter of the situation.
Yeah, and sometimes and I'm not gonna say no names, but there's been some personal stories of bikini competitors that I know.
It doesn't matter, you already know it.
Who go through this old school bodybuilding, regimen, where it's only thing you eating is fish and asparagus every day. You might have a little bit of a carb, and then once they get a little freedom or wiggle room, it's constant eating of whatever BS, And then it almost forms like an eating disorder type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like,
if it ain't this, then I can't eat it.
I
If it
can't
ain't
eat that, or like I've heard, some girls like eating their food, or they'll like, and this is real, they'll like chew their food up in their mouth because they want to taste it, like an Oreo or something, and spit it out. That's, oh, did your phone just die?
My phone did just die.
But that's just like, that's eating disorder signs.
Right.
So like when you get to a point where you're thinking that much about just tasting a part of some food that you like, you've deprived yourself so much that you can't mentally reverse the things that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like when you think about, am I